On the cold winter night of January 28th, 1990, a little baby boy was born. And this little baby boy had a dream. And that dream was to one day grow up and create his very own latte flavor. Well, I think I really wanted to be like a race car driver or something like that, but this is still cool. We'd like to thank Jill Wickens at Coldwell Banker XL and Bradshaw Law LLC for sponsoring this video. If you need some local professionals who work hard and have your back, keep these two businesses in mind. If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, then give Jill Wickens over at Coldwell Banker XL a call today, 775-934-2098. She is never too busy to take your referral. And if you have been hurt and need some solid experienced legal advice, then give Denise Bradshaw a call today at 775-738-7444. Support these amazing local professionals, and when you do, let them know that your friends over here at Anthony Around Town sent you. Studio space provided by our good friends over at NV Off-Road. And now, on with the video. Coffee. It's something that many of us, especially us working adults, need in our lives every single day. And thankfully, the Elko area has no shortage of fantastic establishments in which you can go and get your caffeine fix. One of these hotspots in particular is Scoot'n Brew, owned by our friend Mary Spielman. Now, we here at Anthony Around Town recently talked to Mary over on our podcast. You can see the address for that podcast below, right there. Good, you're good to go. Go check that out. And we got to know Mary. We got to know her story and how she came to own and operate a mobile coffee spot. It was a really good conversation, and we were thankful to talk to her. But, spoiler alert, at the end of that podcast, Mary actually offered me the opportunity to come over to Scoot'n Brew and create my very own latte flavor.
So my suggestion for you is come by the shop, look at all the flavors I got, and we will put some things together until you find the one that you like.
So all week, I've been really thinking hard about this. I've been losing sleep. I haven't been able to eat. I've been asking family and friends and strangers on the street about their input into what I should put into my very own coffee, because not only is Mary gonna let me come up with my own coffee flavor combo, if it's not terrible, she's actually willing to put it on her menu board for all of her customers to try on a daily basis. So there's a lot of pressure. I've been feeling the weight of it. I've been feeling the anxiety, not since I realized I was going to be a father for the first time, have my shoulders felt so heavy. But the other day, I was finally able to rise to the occasion, and I made my coffee dreams come true. Because what you see before you right here, right now, is my very own, unique, one-of-a-kind, I know those words are redundant, but they're all true, coffee latte flavor. Now, I'm not going to tell you what it is because I need to back up a little bit. I need to walk you through the process. I need to take you on the journey of how I went from concept to coffee in a matter of a few days. So we'll save this for a little bit later. Now, the first thing I had to do when coming up with my coffee flavor combo was go through all the different flavors that Mary even offers at Scoot'n Brew and come up with different combinations that I feel like would complement each other the best. So here is a list of all the different flavors that Mary offers over at her shop. And after weighing every different combination in my head over and over again, tallying the different pros and cons of each, I finally was able to narrow it down to the 4 different flavors that I wanted to incorporate into my latte. The 4 flavors are B52, white chocolate, French vanilla, and brown butter toffee. Now, for those of you who don't know what B52 is, Mary describes it as a coffee meets nutty meets fruity flavor. So I chose that one because I thought it would go well with what I'm trying to accomplish, and that is to come up with a flavor combo unlike anybody has ever seen. I didn't want to do the cliche chocolate and peanut butter or dark chocolate and mint. That's been done before 100 times. I wanted to come up with something that your taste buds have truly never experienced. My next option, white chocolate, I picked that one just because I wanted to come up with something that I myself personally would want to drink on a regular basis, and I am a huge fan of white chocolate. That's how I like my chocolate, and sometimes it's how I like my ladies.
Oh yeah.
The next flavor choice on my list was French vanilla, and I honestly chose that one because Mary told me she does not have any French vanilla combos on her menu at all. So French vanilla mixed with anything else, it's just not there. So I chose French vanilla because, again, gotta be unique, you gotta make this special, so she doesn't even have that on her menu at all, gotta try to use it. And finally, I chose brown butter toffee because that was actually my nickname back in college. So we have our 4 flavors, now we just need to combine them. So what I'm gonna do is combine the B52 and white chocolate together and the French vanilla and brown butter toffee together. And one more thing that Mary was kind enough to let me know was that your flavor combos are going to alter and flavor themselves depending on if the drink is hot or cold. So a cold drink in one flavor and a hot drink in the same flavor can kind of taste completely different from one another. So I gotta factor all of these things in to picking one standout flavor combo for my coffee. So I'm gonna turn it over to Anthony, who's actually at the Scoot'n Brew location with hot and cold versions of each of my combos. So we're gonna do a little taste test and see what he's thinking. So Anthony, over to you. Thank you, Anthony. I appreciate it. Okay, so first up, we have option number 1, the cold version of the B52 and white chocolate combo. Let's see what I think. That's good. That's really, really good. White chocolate is my jam. So cold version, not bad at all. And so option number 2, we have the cold version of the French vanilla and brown butter toffee. So let's try this. Oh, that's good too. Let me try it one more time. Okay, and now I'm going to try again, just for comparison, the cold version of the B52 and white chocolate. Yeah, cold version of the B52 and white chocolate. I prefer that sweetness of the white chocolate mixed with the coffee-ish flavor of the B52, I think complement each other really well. So of the cold versions, I prefer option 1 to option 2. Oh yeah, now that that coffee buzz is starting to set in, so I'm ready now. I'm ready to try the hot versions of each. So Mary was so generous enough to write on the cup, so I would make sure I knew what it was. And as you can see, right here we have the brown butter toffee and the French vanilla combo. Still trying to decide whatever I decide to pick what I'm gonna name these things. I'll figure it out. First, hot version of option number 1. Okay. It kind of similar to the cold version. It's not bad. It's pretty good. Let me get one more sip just in case. Still good. I mean, it's good, but I'm just trying to make sure I'm doing the right thing here because this is gonna go up on Mary's board.
I have the opportunity to name a new coffee flavor at a pretty hot spot here in Elko. So I just don't want to screw this up, you know? I don't want to be too hasty. My reputation's on the line. So I got to make sure I'm doing this right. So one more sip of option 1 hot. Okay, that's good. All right, now let's move to option 2 hot. We have the B52 white chocolate mix. Okay, that's good. That's still good hot. That's still good hot. Okay, so there's the B52 white chocolate mix. Next, I'm gonna try again like I did for the cold versions. For comparison, we're gonna try the brown butter toffee French vanilla mix. Okay. Whew. See, this is interesting. Mary was right. She was 100% right. The hotness versus the coldness of the coffee kind of changes the flavors a little bit, because cold version wise, I prefer the white chocolate and B52. Hot version wise, I prefer the brown butter toffee and French vanilla. So I gotta decide though, of the two, which do I like? Do I like the B52 white chocolate cold better, or do I like the brown butter toffee French vanilla hot better? Man, so much pressure.
So the first 2 drinks have been tasted in their hot and cold versions, and honestly, I still don't know what I'm going to do. They're all really, really good, and I just don't want to make a bad choice. I just want to make something people are gonna like. So I don't want to rush. I gotta think this through. And as I was thinking this through, I realized something. Mary over at Scoot'n Brew is known for all of her drinks. They're all fantastic, but one flavor in particular that a lot of people give her praise for is her huckleberry flavor. So I was just thinking, maybe I should work in huckleberry into my drink somehow. Maybe huckleberry should be one of the stars, since again, it's kind of Mary's signature flavor. So what I decided to do was ask Mary to make me up one more drink combo in hot and cold. Anthony, what did you think of this drink?
We have a mix of huckleberry and French vanilla. The huckleberry, as I said, because I really do want to see if I can incorporate that somehow into this drink. And then the French vanilla, because as we said earlier, she doesn't have a French vanilla combo on her board, so it'd be kind of cool to be the first one to do that. So here we go, huckleberry, French vanilla, super sweet. Nice. Ooh, that huckleberry, man, that is good. That is good cold. I do like that. Okay, now we have to taste the hot version of huckleberry French vanilla. Here we go right now. So honestly, I think between the hot and the cold version of the huckleberry French vanilla, I liked the cold version better, because I thought it kind of brought out the flavor of the huckleberry a little bit better. All right, I have some thinking to do. So Anthony, I'm going to turn it back over to you in the studio, and I want you to build some anticipation, and then we'll let everybody know what we decided to go with.
Okay, thanks Anthony. And yeah, this is it. This is the big moment we've all been waiting for. This is for all the coffee beans in the roaster. The flavor I decided I wanted to go with for my menu item is the B52 and white chocolate. Yes, the B52 and white chocolate combo, that just really stood out to me. Ultimately, what it was is that as I worked my way through all of the different drinks, I realized that the one that I wanted to go back to and sip on the most was the B52 and white chocolate, particularly the cold version of the B52 and white chocolate. It just had a perfect sweetness balance. It just had a perfect balance of the sweetness from the white chocolate and the other notes of flavors in the B52 coming together. It works really, really well for me, but the hot version of that is also fantastic. So overall, I went with the B52 and white chocolate combo. Now comes the task that's almost as big and important as choosing our flavor combos, and that's choosing the name I want to give my new coffee recipe. And I decided I want to go with
Rough and Rowdy cowgirls.
I actually decided to be sweet, like my coffee, and name it after my 2 daughters, Evie and Maddie. Like my coffee, actually, they are a nice, beautiful mix of brown and white coming together in lovely harmony. And like my coffee, not only do they look great, but they're actually the perfect combination of sweet and bold. Whoa and aw. So that was it, guys. I made my very own latte flavor combination that you can go get right now over at Scoot'n Brew. Usually she's hanging out over by T-Rex Bikes in that parking lot across from the city park. So go check it out, order yourself a tasty, rough and tough cowgirl, and know that it was made by the heart and mind of yours truly. But what you should do in the meantime is make sure that you're up to date on all the content that comes out from Anthony around town in the future. So when it comes to our videos, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below so you're never missing out on this platform. If you're watching this on Facebook, head over to our Facebook page and make sure you give that page a like. We do a lot of stuff over on that page itself. Or what you could do is head over to our main site, anthonyaroundtown.com. That's where we house all of our content, so not just our videos, but our podcasts and vlogs and all that sort of good stuff as well. Well guys, that's gonna do it. So I'm gonna get back to enjoying my coffee. So I'm Anthony Crosby, and until next time, we'll see you around, Elko.
How am I feeling? I feel really good. Thanks for asking. That was really nice of you. I feel like a guy who just drank 6 cups of coffee and it's going through my veins and it's all over, but I feel like I'm ready to run. Do you want to go for a run? Let's go for a run.